Hello, everyone, and welcome to our video for today. When the world feels uncertain, remember this. So, our world right now is very loud. There's a lot of fear, anxiety, uncertainty, really charging the air right now. And the most powerful thing that we can do is to remember the truth of who we are. Now, this is not just a spiritual cliche, it's not just a fun little mantra to use. This is a practice of returning back to what is changeless. And that is your essence. Now, your essence is not your body. It's not your personality. It's not the roles or the masks that you wear. Your essence is that which the divine created. And how you may say to yourself, well, how do I even get in contact with that? Like, what does that even look like? Or what does that even feel like? And here's the beauty, it's so simple, but the ego loves to complicate it. It says, no, it can't be that simple. It's got to have 400 different steps, but it's so simple. One way that you can begin to return to your own essence is simply by choosing thoughts, words, or actions that bring up your peace and bring down your fear. That's it. It's so simple, but yet we don't do it. Now, you may say, Ron, peace is so far from my mind right now that it's not even on the radar. And that's okay, because guess what? You have a buffet of different states that you can choose. So you could choose gratitude. Gratitude is simple. Can you name 3 things you're grateful for and actually feel that gratitude, feel that appreciation, not just speak it, but really feel it? Can you think of a time or of a person that you either poured out love to or they poured love over you, where you were in such a situation where you were just like, oh my God, I'm feeling so loved. I feel so accepted, so worthy in this moment. Can you think of a time, either presently or in the past, where anytime you think about it, a gentle smile just comes to your face because you're just like, oh my God, I remember that. And it just brings back that feeling of happiness, that feeling of joy. Can you remember a joyful time? Doesn't have to be like right here, right now. It could be 20 years ago. But can you remember that joy? Can you remember how it feels in your body? And if you can't do that, could you be cautiously curious? Now, what does that mean? Cautiously curious. Well, could you be cautiously optimistic? Well, I wonder how the universe is going to support me. I wonder how this could be for work out for my highest and best good. I wonder how the divine's going to orchestrate everything for me. Could you maybe also think about how appreciative you are of, and again, you may think, well, gratitude and appreciation, they are actually 2 different things. Gratitude, we can speak to gratitude and we can feel the gratitude, but appreciation is like that 1 step higher because you can really only appreciate what you love. So can you really be like, wow, what is it that I truly love and appreciate in this moment? Can you name 1 thing? And if you can name 1, can you name 2? And if you can name 2, can you name 3? And by the end, could you maybe name 5? Something that you can do, because these states are not like worry, fear, and anxiety. Worry, fear, and anxiety isolate us. It makes us kind of go into our shell, kind of clam up, where these states, love, gratitude, appreciation, and happiness, they are radiant because they are extensions of source. And that is what you are. You are an extension of source. And, Spirit gave me such a beautiful visual for this. And so we can say that worry, fear, anxiety, or those emotions that kind of make us feel isolated is like a guest that you've invited in, and it's speaking very loud, it's familiar, and it is persistent. It is just always offering you something to listen to. And, it's over dramatic. It's doing big arm gestures. It's over here just, really trying to keep your attention. But see, you also have a roommate with you that's been with you, who is never changing, always on time with the rent, always coming in at the exact right time, changeless, always smiling, happy, peaceful. That's your essence. And that has been with you and will forever be with you. And it sits on the same couch as this guest that you've invited in. Now, is this essence trying to fight it for attention? No. It sits there calmly, peacefully, radiating that love, radiating peace. And it's just waiting for you to just a little willingness, just a slight little head turn. Again, the other voice, that guest, it's still screaming, it's still yelling, it's maybe even going to get a little bit more. It's going to say, hey, look over here. But you're just, I think I'm going to look over here. And that's what choosing gratitude, choosing love, choosing happiness, choosing to feel those states does. It shows spirit that you are willing to, you can still hear it, you can still pay attention to it, but your focus isn't on it. It's all over here on your essence, because your essence is unchangeable. Your essence is going to give you the steps. It's going to give you the practical steps, again, that's going to bring up your peace, bring down your fear. And pretty soon, that guest is going to get tired of being ignored, and it's going to leave because you're going to focus over here. Now, is Spirit expecting you to be perfect at this day one? No. Spirit just says, I just need a little bit of your willingness. Maybe you practice this, choosing how you want to feel, these radiant ways of being. And again, this is not to dismiss or not to not feel what you're feeling. Feel what you're feeling, 100%. But like Abraham says, 17 seconds. Now, again, if you're not there yet, if you're like, oh, no, I need to feel this, that's okay. Just don't get stuck in it. And I really feel, at least from my perspective, that's what Abraham is saying. Abraham's saying, okay, 17 seconds, don't get stuck in those isolating emotions, those inward facing emotions. Those inward facing emotions are just invitations to say, wait a minute, let me really hear what this emotion is saying to me. Okay, I see it, I recognize it, because remember, it's a guidepost. And what is it guiding you towards? It's guiding you to see where you're focusing, where your attention is going. And that's all that it is. So once we see, okay, my attention is on this crazy guest that I've invited in, who's very familiar, very loud, and very persistent. But you know what? I'm going to remember my roommate that's over here that radiates peace, joy, love, and happiness, that is changeless. Because think about that guest. If it's not catching your attention with one thing, it's going to throw another thing at you. It's going to be like, oh, girl, did you hear about that gossip? It's going to try to get your attention, because that's what it's there for, because it knows once you take your attention away from it, it has no more power. And that's what this exercise can help you to do, this practice. And again, maybe you try it for 3 days. Maybe you do it over a week and you do it at a particular time. It's whatever feels good to you. Or maybe you just do it when you're triggered. You're like, ooh, okay, feeling a trigger, feeling a fear. That's okay. Feel it, allow it. Okay, I felt it, I've allowed it. I'm seeing that it's showing me that right now my mind is focusing on what's out here. Because I think a good majority of the time, we oftentimes let the outside dictate what is going on the inside. And it's actually reversed. It's the inside that we will see outside of us. So you'll never find certainty in the world. You can really only find certainty within yourself. That's where certainty lives. And then from here, it is projected out. Because why? Because you're staying with that roommate. You're staying with your essence. You're choosing to say, no, I'm going to stay with what is stable. I'm going to stay with what is true. This can keep on talking. It can keep on yelling, but eventually it's going to get tired, because you're going to be so withdrawn from it, and you're going to be so focused over here. Again, it's not that it's not going to come up. It's not that it's not going to be screaming. It's just you're not going to want to play with it anymore. You're going to be like, okay, great, wonderful. But I'm still focused over here. This is where I want to be. So when the world feels uncertain, go to the one thing that has never changed and never will, your essence, the truth of who you are. And how do you get there? By choosing these radiant states of being. It's not to not feel what you're feeling. It's not a way for you to escape your fear. It's a way for you to stop the pull of fear. It's not going to stop the fear. The fear is still going to be screaming, the anxiety, the worry, but you're choosing actively in your own consciousness to say, but I'm going to go over here by choosing the radiant states of happiness, joy, gratitude, appreciation, curiosity, optimism. Like those are the states that you can choose because they are radiant. They're not isolating you. They're expanding, and you can share those states. And that's what's so beautiful about this, at least to me, is that these are states that you can share not only, with the world around you, but with the people around you. And then from you doing that, it's like this beautiful wave because it just keeps extending and extending and extending. So that is the practice, if you will, for however long you wish to do it. Maybe you want to do it for a week. Maybe you want to do it for 2 weeks. Maybe you want to do it until it just becomes not even a practice anymore. It just becomes rote behavior. Yeah. Oh, yep. I hear your fear. I hear you. Yeah, you're speaking. Great. But I'm over here. This is where my focus is, on the peace, on the joy, on the appreciation, on the gratitude. And again, this doesn't mean that we're not going to take action. It doesn't mean that we don't see what's happening. It means that we are going to be taking action from presence, from love. When we choose from love, when we choose loving action, it makes a vibration and a ripple that, again, radiates. But when we choose from fear, and again, if you do make the choice from fear, don't judge yourself. It's just notice it. Okay, I made this from fear and I'm still feeling isolated, because that's what the choice for fear is going to do. It usually just makes you feel more isolated than actually, I'm radiant. This is going outwards and for everyone. So I thank you for joining me. I thank you for being here. If you're interested in more teachings like this or more videos like this, then feel free to subscribe to the channel, or you can go visit me at my website, which is awakeningmiracles.org. And I just wish you a beautiful practice and a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.